Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome to a brand new series on All the Mods 6. I'd been looking at starting a new series, decided on All the Mods 6 because it has a large variety of mods, including a lot of interesting ones that other packs really don't have. We have a Valhelsia series. I've kind of gotten bored on there, may come back to that. But all the mods, it has quests, it has actual in-game crafts. For the most part, it is very default recipe crafts, but it does have a very expansive in-game, while kind of giving you the openness to choose where you start, what mods you choose to start with, and kind of taking your own path. So I figured this would be kind of fun to delve into, and of course I do expect this pack will probably maybe see an expert mode in due time. So we're going to go ahead and set up our world to Asgard LP. Difficulty will be hard. We are going to set this to, let's see, I think realistic large biomes would be nice. Yeah, let's do that. That way, if we find a place that we want to build, I have a couple build ideas, potential build ideas. And that way, if we decide on one of those, we'll have a large biome to work with. There is the city option. Not really interested in that. I want kind of just an open world to delve into. And let's go ahead and create the world with those settings. Now, our first goal, I think, with it being large biomes, I think our first goal, the most important thing for us to get, is actually going to be a nature's compass, just so that we can set out and find a biome. Since I kind of am going into this with an idea of where I would like to set up. Now, this pack does have a very large amount of mods, some that weren't present in Valhelsia that I kind of missed, and that I was actually wanting to get to play with in Survival in 1.16 because they have a lot of big changes. Specifically, one of those is Ice and Fire, so this pack does feature the Ice and Fire update, so we do have the Lightning Dragon as well as a plethora of new things added within Ice and Fire, so I'm kind of looking forward to that. Not to mention they're all required for progression, which I do like. And like I said, a very extensive end game for creating creative items and whatnot. Alright, custom starting gear, routes, Ratlantis and Ice and Fire, advancements, and the world's kind of starting on up for us. Here's Resourceful Bees, beeper, so we can get gunpowder from that. We do start with an Akashic Tome, so we have access to all the starter books, and Pam's Harvestcraft is within the pack. We're going to go ahead, maybe gather some of these as we go. Dark Oak Bee Nest. Nice. Oh, Overgrown Stone. I like that. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to just quickly just kind of rush through this initial stuff. And this pack does feature FTB Ultimine. If we hold the default, it's tilde key. But, yeah. And this is a new kind of vein miner for me. It looks like we can hold shift and the scroll mouse button. So there's like escape tunnel, or this is shapeless. Escape tunnel. But we're going to go ahead and just get ourselves a bit of wood. Now, I know the initial quest, there's not too much as far as kind of just the general start stuff. There's a tips and tricks section, and then there's just kind of general stuff for mystical agriculture, for some tech, for some magic, for some logistics. A number of really fun mods got their own sections here, like pedestals, it's a lot of fun. Create actually has a fairly expansive quest line. Elemental Craft, which is actually a lot of fun, is in here. Ars Novea. Psi, I'm never too interested in. Astral Sorcery tab is actually really small. We're not going to start with that just yet. And of course, Applied Energistics and Refined Storage both got their own tabs, but they're pretty extensive as far as the quests go. So we'll try to find a reason to do both of them. As far as the Creative tab, if you want to see the ATM star, which kind of leads into a lot of, not that one, but a lot of the creative items, it's required for that. So like Creative Energy Sale, there it is. But to make this thing, I love this item. It's that. A 55 block mechanical crafter setup. So that's kind of neat. And you could see a lot that's actually going to be required for various in-game things. You can see some mechanism there. It's pretty much we're going to have to cover all aspects of pretty much all the mods that are within the pack in order to reach in-game, or to actually start doing in-game, I should say. So with that, we're going to go ahead, go through the basics, and oh, there's a muffler right there. That's kind of neat. So we can block out any sounds that we just don't want to hear. We can just totally block those out. But let's go ahead and get ourselves a pick. Go ahead and dig down. Because like I said, the very first thing that we really need to go for what I have in mind is we have to go for getting ourselves just a simple nature's compass. So the big thing there is, of course, the compass. We're going to have to get some redstone. We are going to have to get ourselves some iron. So not too bad with vein mine. Let me just dig down. I'm going to pop up and grab our crafting table and also make us a furnace so we can get some torches up and going. I do believe. Go ahead and just break this off. Now, I do see some chickens on the map over there, but no sheep. And it is worth mentioning this pack does have Spice of Life. So it's the carrot edition, so we do want to you know, eat a variety of foods and stuff. So, oh well, and we started up at Y87, so it's gonna be a little bit of a digging process to get down to redstone and iron. And it looks as though our overgrown stone is spreading, so it's coming down here. Well, we got charged Certus. We'll take that. First ore that I find, charged Certus. Now, I do think we are, within this series, we're probably going to get into refined storage instead of AE2 for our first system, just because we had a lot of issues with it within Stacia. So I think I'd rather just do refined storage. Plus, it's a nice change that we normally don't take on. And we probably will be starting that pretty early. We are going to be tackling some of the OP mods fairly early. I do have plans to start mystical agriculture pretty early. I also have plans to start refined storage pretty early. And maybe play around with the rats a bit within this series, because we don't normally mess too much with rats. A lot of tin. Let me just vein mine that out. A lot of coal. Kind of hoping I don't fill up my inventory too much before we get this show on the road and go looking for the biome that I'm going to want, because I would like to be able to collect maybe some flowers along the way and things like that, but I don't know. We may have to get a backpack before we set out though. And we found our first iron, so yay. Starting to get decently close to redstone level, which is exciting. Ventium, we're going to have to get, that's mana and artifice, we're going to have to get an iron pick, which I am probably going to get some iron smelting here in just a moment. Yeah, this seems like a good time to do that, actually. We got dry ice, and we have ex-petrified ore. That's what we like to see. That stuff is super useful. Oops, wrong button. There we go, arcane crystal ore. Oh, we'll take it. Uranite, we'll take that. We might actually do some of our initial power gen with power, you know, because in Stacia, of course, we didn't really go that route for power generation. And it does have some interesting little power generation methods that we can scale up, so we might dabble in that just a little bit. I think the time has come. We're going to have to look at bags. And this pack has Bag of Yarding. I didn't realize that was in this pack. So that's going to be fun. What about backpacks? I'm going to have to get some leather, though. I do not currently possess any leather. Yeah, it's going to be true for pretty much any bag that we go for. So, okay. Well, we're just going to continue down. Alright, we got our very first iron ingots. I'm going to have to toss a few things here. But we do have enough iron for a pickaxe and for a compass. So now we really just need the redstone at this point. And I'm going to go ahead and take the Ventium as well. Let's go with small tunnel. we'll see if we can't find ourselves maybe some redstone. That's silver. I'm not going to worry too much about the ores that we come across, aside from iron. That would be the one exception, because iron is always important to have. Oh, a broken mushroom. Oh, we got gold down here. Okay. This could be our spot to, yes, to get our hands on a lot of really nice things down here, actually. And I am going to go ahead and take the gold. And let me go ahead and toss that out. There we go. There's our very first bits of redstone. Let me go ahead and get a crafting table. And let me get a compass. And then we're going to get our nature's compass. So there's that. Now we have that. Let's toss a little bit of stuff here that I'm not going to need. But let me go ahead and get the prosperity ore. And then let me get the inferium. Because we are going to, like I said, we are going to be starting mystical agriculture just so that we can get materials and things for building and kind of focus on that a bit more right out the gate than we can in most expert packs. So building won't, in this pack, won't be so much of having to work too hard for materials, and it is going to make our lives a bit easier. Now I am going to have to try to find some leather while we're out exploring, and a sword would most definitely help once I have a little bit of space, and some food would be nice too, right? So we'll have ourselves a raspberry. Oops. And I'm just going to eat some of these like random foods that we have. I guess for now I'm going to drop the rye and the oats just to make some space. And we're going to hope that it's not nighttime when we emerge from this cave, which it very well may be. Though I think I see some glimmers of some sunlight up above. Yeah, it looks good. Okay, so what we're going to look for is, let's take a look for a swampland. Ideally, the vibrant swamplands from Oh, the Biomes You Go. That's actually a really pretty swampland. Oh, and we have one only 950 blocks away. And considering that we are running large biomes, that is amazing. That is amazing luck that there would be one that close. Because I had a couple like backup plans. I was thinking we're either going to go with like a swamp build, or we could go with a nice snowy build, which would be kind of cool, or we could go with maybe a desert build. I was thinking of going for some type of build that we don't normally do a lot of. Aha! Okay. Now, back in here, I do want this bed quite a bit. We have found a zombie village. Oh man. I'll have to bear in mind that this place is here because I may come back here for like pumpkins and things. Sweet berries also would be nice. Ah, except for that. But still a great early game food source. Oh, we got emeralds. Let's take that. Let's drop off. Oh, we got an earth shard. Those are going to come from various different types of creatures whenever we kill them. Let's drop off the rocky stone because I do want to take these potatoes with me so that we will be able to plant potatoes pretty quick because great food source. We're going to take all this bread. I might as well take that. Nothing in there. Now I hear you growling in here. Ah. Okay. Pumpkin. I'll just have to leave it. But I can come back. Oh, is that a spooky bee? And, oh yeah, we didn't do a seed for this one. Normally I do a seed and it totally slipped my mind. But I should be able to pull up the seed. If we do like slash seed. Yeah, there's the seed. So if you need it, you can pause right here and get the seed. Usually I try to get those in the first episode. Though like I said, normally I will use like a custom seed, but it totally slipped my mind. But I'm actually pretty happy with what we got here. This is a pretty awesome seed for us. So, due to the village being right over here, with a lot of good stuff, I like the spruce forests, and that's pretty nice. And then we do have the swamplands nearby, so also quite nice. Now there's some kind of structure over here. It looks like it's just an astral sorcery area. Which we could poke our heads down into, but I think we are going to wait. Now there is some cows up here. Do we want to kill some cows? Try to get some leather and maybe make a backpack pretty quickly. Yeah. Okay. I can do without the uranite. Oh, we have some kind of a structure here. Oh, just some kind of a little house. Actually looks like this is part of a village, yeah. Sure enough. Oh. Pillager Outpost Explorers map. I do want this, and I also want this helmet. Because we can. The obsidian may be in a bit. This looks like another abandoned village. Well, the last one was a zombie village, but... Oh, no, there's villagers here. I was thinking this one was abandoned, but... Can I not open this chest? Wonder what caused that. Maybe it was something loading, perhaps? I do want the diamonds, though. So, just do this. Oh, man. String. I tell you what. I'm going to drop off a little bit of this stuff here. Stuff that I can live without. I do actually need the cobblestone. But since there's a waystone here, I will just save it. That sounds good. That sounds like a great name. And night is almost here. Let me grab my bed real quick. I can still travel a little ways before night hits, though. Oh, I love this, like, sprawling village that's going on here. There's a villager in the pot. A villager in the pot. I'll sleep in here. Thank you. Oh, I love large biomes, though. Like, it. To be fair, it does take a while whenever it comes time to, like, look for specific biomes sometimes. But, it's weird. These chests are taking a while to open sometimes. Everything else works fine. It's just the chest. Okay, I definitely want that. And the iron picks will be handy, for sure. So I'm going to drop off the huckleberries. Once we get a backpack, we will hunt for seeds and stuff. There is a market. I don't think we're going to go for the market right out the gate, because it does kind of... it kind of makes food and collecting various different seeds a bit more boring, in my opinion. So we will probably actually collect the various seeds at first, at least. So, okay. So we're only 480. I have a feeling this spruce forest is going to be right up near the swamplands that we're headed to. So, actually kind of looking forward to that. Now, I do see a cow over here, so we could probably throw together the backpack here shortly. So, let's get. Oh, and I actually have a little bit of string, so let's get this smelted up into a dried fiber. I'm sorry, little cow. I killed your parents. Oh. Ooh. Okay, so there's that. Let me get this. That. And then let's get our backpack. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and throw this on our back slot. And I want to Open backpack as 0. Perfect. And then I'm going to throw in all this stuff. At least as much stuff as I can stuff into it. And then we're going to go ahead and get ourselves a sword. And I think I'm going to go ahead and get just a stone axe as well. And now we can collect things. So, grass bee nest. We'll get into resourceful bees, I think, pretty quick. There's a lot of good items that we can get from that. Zelkova leaves. Let's take a look at the wood types. Oh, I like those strip logs for Zelkova. The planks look alright. I might go ahead and grab some of this because we may end up doing something with it. Because the colors of the strip logs and the colors of the planks should work pretty good. Though the build that I have in mind will be able to make use of a large variety of wood types and stuff. So basically any kind of tree that we get, that we come across, now that we have a backpack, we should probably grab because we may end up using that. And anything, I'm not going to worry about the mystical flowers right now because they tend to be easy to find, but also any kind of flowers that we do come across, I do kind of want to get a hold of those. Fluffy plants from Silence, we'll take them. Kind of want to make sure we get out of this place with a nice variety of flowers, because there is some interesting flowers inside this biome here. And with other biomes you'll go, it's going to be a lot of flowers. It's going to be a lot of flowers. And I know there's some other mods that add some flowers in too. Yeah, we're going to take these also. Because we do have Nature's Aura. Oh wow, there's another village up here. With another waystone. I'm going to take this waystone, I think. Because I'm going to need one for our base. Our actual home. Oh, I see a witch. Oh, and I see my swamp. Only 124 blocks. So yeah, this village is going to be right up next to our base. And I don't want to be near this village at night. I would like to keep it alive until we can get some of the villagers and stuff. And get them maybe relocated. Normally I don't do a whole lot with villagers, but I'm thinking we might. At least for a little bit within this series. And extra armor. Yeah, we'll take it. Okay, my inventory is officially done for. But we have reached our vibrant swamplands. So, and yeah, we've come a long way. Oh, there's an AE2 crater right near where we started at. So, hopefully this is a large, vibrant swamplands. That's what I'm hoping, because if it's not, we are going to have to move. But at the moment, it does look like it is a pretty large space that should be sufficient for our needs, I think. Main reason I wanted this biome is because of the color of the grass and the color of the water here. We'll have to fix a lot of these vine areas, but that's fine. And what kind of swamp willows are these? They are willow logs from Other Biomes You'll Go. I have a feeling we'll probably use that wood type. Oh yes, we will be using willow wood for a lot of things. What is that? Like these little fireflies? I'm gonna need to find a nice little place to set up, though. Dump off some things and make a boat, I believe. Make ourselves a spruce boat. And then I'm going to go ahead and chart the waters around this area. Just to see kind of the space that we're looking at with this area. Because I can see that over here is kind of the edge of the swampland. And what sort of biome do we have over here? I'm crashing into all the lily pads at the moment. Zelkova clearing is what we got over here. Oh, wow. Yeah, I kind of like this area. I like that village and stuff. The world gen in this pack is just so beautiful, especially with realistic large biomes. It's just so nice. So, so nice. Oh, I want that. Come back here, Lake Bloom. I need you. And this is all vibrant swamplands. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. That's what I... Oh, yes. This is perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And I love all these bits of land right in here, because this is actually where we're going to be setting up our initial base, I think. Oh, and we have mountains off in the distance. Even better. Even better. Skyrest Highlands over here. Oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. I think, yeah, that's going to be Skyrest Highlands too. That'll have to be shaped up, but that's fine. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh yeah, this vibrant swampland is actually really large. Which is honestly what I was hoping for. Oh, this is perfect. This is perfect. Okay, so we're going to set up kind of a forward base. I still have to finish kind of exploring this swamplands. Oh, no. Pickerel weed. Okay, yeah, this place is beautiful. Honestly, I think right up here will be the best place for us to set up our forward base and kind of get started. This is going to give us a little bit of flat land to work with to kind of start from. This pickerel weed's going to have to go quick. This stuff can be a super nuisance, but it is quite pretty, I think. So yeah, we'll set up right over in here. This is perfect. This is perfect. So yeah, I'll probably actually just use this little cave area, to be honest. This should make us a good starter home and a good place to get some initial resources and things. There's copper ore. Plenty down here. And I just kind of want to get everything lit up here. Make it at least fairly safe for us. You are gonna die. But it looks as though we're gonna have some really good mining areas. This is a fairly large cavern that we found. And leads into some nice ravines, so. I see skeletons, and I see creepers. Okay, now just to be on the safe side, I am gonna set up our bed here. We can set a respawn, and let's make ourselves a crafting table. We'll call this little cave home for a little bit. Hopefully not for a really long time. And we'll delve a little bit over here. Let's see if we can't light up some of the space. Oh gosh. It's so bad. You hit a lot harder than I was hoping for, to be honest. Oh, these mobs are going to be potential nightmares. With all the dark spaces where they could spawn up there until I get it lit up above. This place is probably going to stay pretty dangerous, but there is chests over there. Which does somewhat pique my interest. Ah! There we go. Ah! Haha! Okay. I can at least make this area pretty safe. Get rid of the main spawning areas. Lead ore. We have a nice little cavern here. I do like this map, though. Is this the, yeah, this is the FTB map. It's actually a pretty nice map. It shows waystones, all kinds of things on the map there. Like his little icons, which I find just a nice little touch. Okay, that should be sufficient, I think. Now we got ourselves a nice big cave to live in. So what's in this? Trap chest. No! I noticed about the time that I opened it, but that's okay. We got, I think we got everything from that. So, or at least most of the things, I don't know. I wonder why it does that, like, locking up thing. I'm not really sure why it does that. I mean, I just started this pack. We should be fine on performance. Single player, I tend to have a lot of performance. But I do know this pack is still kind of going through some bug testing and stuff, so it could be that, you know. So I'm not going to stress too much about it. Oh, that was one of those little guys that carry the items, I think, and I didn't notice them in the dark there. I'm not going to worry too much about it occasionally dipping like that at the moment, anyways. So, because I know this pack is still doing some performance things and changes and whatnot, so let's run back. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Oh, yeah. No! Get me out of the water. Aha! Knowledge of death increased +5. You are on 2 levels for perks and oh, it's Corel Tombstone looks like in this pack. So that will be fun. Kind of an OP Tombstone mod, but it is a lot of fun to play with. Wow, there's a lot of these like little underground little underground mining areas, so Quark has some awesome blocks in World Gen in 1.16. Hey there! Alright. Let's see what we got down here. Now this is gonna be nice caving down through here. I mean, I'm not ready to actually start mining this out, but it's just like endless caverns. Hello, guys. I'm so glad you took an interest in me. I'm quite happy about that. But I think I'm going to leave you alone for now, because I don't feel like I'm making any friends down here. And I need to head back up because my inventory is getting bad. So, okay. At this point, I am probably going to cut for a little bit. I'm going to add some footage and basically just get some figuring out done at the moment, more than anything, for our above ground area. Okay, now I know it's about wrapping up point for this episode. I was editing some footage and doing some work above ground. You can see over here I'm starting to put something together. What's going to be the first of a number of small structures, cheap structures made out of wood. I will say a lot of the building that we're going to be doing within this series, a lot of it's actually going to be pretty cheap stuff. A lot of stone, a lot of wood, and we'll be living here in this swamp. We'll be doing a lot with farms, and I think I've come up with a build where we can fit most of our tech pretty well into this. Like create should go into this very, very well. Pneumaticraft should go into this very, very well. Immersive engineering should go into it pretty well. Industrial foregoing and reactors and mechanisms, stuff like that, it's going to be kind of awkward to put into it, but we can figure out a way to make that work. So, but it'll definitely house our magic, our agriculture, and the majority of our tech pretty well, I think. while still making sense from a build aspect and from a lore aspect, I think. But come next episode, we are going to be doing a bit with just material gathering for the build, and setting up ways that we won't have to worry about resources when it comes to building. Like I said, we will be pushing for some of the more OP things pretty quickly in, and we'll be doing a bit with structurize and stuff within our builds as well. So I kind of want to get set up for that as well come next episode, and we'll do that, and we'll probably do a little bit of exploration next episode because we do need to go hunt down trees. I got some jungle saplings by cutting down a fruit tree, but I did get enough cashews beforehand, so I wouldn't have to worry about that fruit and not being able to find it again or something like that. But yeah, so we'll pick back up come next episode. Of course, usually I like to spend the first episode just kind of relaxed and delving into the world and just kind of seeing where the day goes. But we did find a place to live, and so we'll start making this place a home come next episode. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I hope you guys are excited about the new series. I'm actually super excited. I've been kind of awaiting this for a couple weeks now, and I figured with Stacia kind of reaching a point where episodes are going to be slowing down. I've been doing a lot with RF Tools Dimensions of late and building up some materials and whatnot, and we're kind of pushing into the end game at this point. It was time to start a new series, and like I said, I've been kind of bored with Valhelsia. I get on there and then I just can't stay focused on it. So hopefully I'll get back into it maybe. But like I said, this pack does have really all the mods that Valhelsia had for the most part. It doesn't have Autumnity, and I don't think it has Druidcraft. No. There's a couple mods it doesn't have, but it does have Mine Colonies, Create, as well as just an absolute ton of mods that Valhelsia doesn't have, and kind of a structure to the pack that's more than just putting a bunch of mods in the pack, so it kind of piqued my interest, to be honest. But yeah, so anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I'll do a bit of building between episodes, but then come next episode we are going to be pushing into having lots and lots of resources to really start pushing our build come next episode. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already to stay updated with when new videos come out. And I hope to see you guys next time. Just a quick note, also before I forget, the kind of the lockup lag that I was getting, and I also got a few crashes. From what I can tell, from doing a little bit of reading, it seems like that has to do with RAM, either having too much or too little RAM. And it's whenever it does the garbage dumps. So I'm going to have to play around with maybe giving it more RAM or giving it less RAM, and kind of see where my sweet spot is. I've heard some people need it to be high, some people need it to be low. It just kind of depends on, I guess, your computer or something. So also maybe your video settings, your graphic settings for Minecraft. So I'll have to play around with that a little bit and try to find a sweet spot. But anyways, I'll see you guys next time.